Hey, it's Laura, and in this video, I want to share 12 effective, simple women's ministry outreach event ideas. All right, so these are specifically designed to help provide a context where you would be able to share the gospel with other women that you otherwise might not have time to or might have the the context to. So let me jump right in. The first one is make a gift night. All right, so you just set up an event where you can look on Pinterest for ideas because there's tons of them. You can make little baskets, or you can make lip balm, or you can, there's tons of things, soaps or essential oils things. So just figure out a good gift idea that you would want to make and you would want to give to somebody for Christmas or a shower gift or a birthday or something. And that is the event, is to make presents for people. But halfway through the night, you stop and you have some refreshments, have some food, desserts or something, and then share your testimony. So share how God drew you to himself, what caused you to see your need for him, and share your testimony, and then get back to making gifts. And then the second half of the time, you can ask people questions. You can find out what has your spiritual experience been like, or what do you think about Jesus? You can ask them questions after you shared your heart and your story. So that's one. All right, number two is a natural beauty night. So you could, make your own cream or hand scrubs or foot scrubs or something like that. And it's the same format as the one I just said. Halfway through, you share your testimony or have somebody else share their testimony. And at missionalwomen.com, I'll put a link in it below. You can there's a testimony worksheet that will help you know how to share your testimony. So this is a great opportunity to train other people on how to share their story too. So have someone share, and then afterwards start conversations, find out where people are at, and that'll lead to opportunity to share the gospel. Number three is a cake and connecting night. All right. Those cakes, that you see people make and they're just mind-blowing. You have to find someone that can do that and ask them to come give lessons on how to do it. And while it's baking, so everyone gets a lesson while it's baking, then you can set out some of the reveal cards found at missionalwomen.com in the store, and they're just picture cards with some questions where you choose which one would you pass to describe your life right now, or which one would you choose to describe how you view God. So you can have the pictures all laid out on a table, and then you can have a discussion with everybody until the cake is done. Super easy and fun way to connect with other people on a real level, as well as then find out where they're at spiritually and continue that conversation. All right, number four, a game night. Games are fun and group games. And a lot of times women don't have time to really just have fun with women. So have a game night and practice transition questions. All right, if you go in the search bar at missionalwomen.com, or I'll put a link below, there is 20 transition questions. Practice using them. If you have other women that are going to be there that are believers, have them practice using these transition questions to get to the gospel. All right, number five is reach an unreached people group night. Okay, this is mind-blowing that you can use social media to reach an unreached people group. You can put Facebook ads pointing to the Jesus film, and you can point it into locations that have Facebook, actively use it. Many people, like in Turkey or Indonesia, and they have crazy high amounts of unreached people who have never heard the name Jesus. So you could do that, host that, explain it. There's at joshuaproject.net and at missionalwomen.com, there's how-tos to set that up. All right, number six, you could have a s'mores and banana boat night. S'mores, fun. This is a great summertime activity. But a banana boat, you take a banana, you slice it to the back and stuff it full of marshmallows and chocolate, and then wrap it in tinfoil and throw it in the fire for 15 minutes. And it melts and it's gooey and it's delicious, and you eat it with a graham cracker. Anyway, so you're around a campfire, and then you can just ask people around the campfire, is there a time that convinced you that God was real? Or tell me about a time that you've seen God show off. And just give people opportunities to talk about ways that they have seen God come through for them. All right, number 7, fondue sharing night. Okay, everyone loves fondue, right? I mean, I guess not everybody, but lots of people like fondue. So you can have fondue, and then you can also use some table topics. There's boxes of cards called table topics, and there's, just Google it. You can find it. But they're just questions that you answer, and it creates good conversation with people. All right, number 8 is Who is Jesus night. There is, I'll put in, let's see, at missionwomen.com, there is a Who is Jesus Bible study, or at Crew Press, if you Google, I'll put the link down there too. It's like a mini magazine that goes through the life of Jesus. So you could just go through Jesus and talk about who he was and how he really was God, and how he can't just be this good person and not be God. And number 9, you could have a classy short film night. So this could be fun for women to dress up. I can't remember the last time I got to dress up to go somewhere. So how fun. All right, you get to dress up. And then Global Short Film Network, I believe it's a ministry of Crew. They have a ton of short films that are intentional. They're purposeful and leading into spiritual conversations. And they have questions, how-to guides. It's totally free. So you can use that, and that will help lead you into small group discussions after you've watched a film, one of their films. And there's tons to choose from. All right, a fashion show. Not just any fashion show, but you could have a fashion show for different countries in the world and talk about what God is doing in all of those countries. And you could dress in the way of how those people dress. Number 11 is a dinner and discussion. So this would be, we used to do this all the time, but invite people over for dinner, and then after dinner you sit and you have a little box and people write down questions they have about God. They put it in the box, pass it around, and then discuss it. All right, the only rules are bring it back to Scripture. You have to bring it back to Scripture, and you have to be kind and gentle. All right, it'd be great also to ask God for help. So that is a great thing, because it generates, when people come to conclusions themselves, it means so much more than just somebody telling them what to think. So it gives opportunity to discuss questions that they have about God and bring it back to the Bible. And the last one, number 12, is a brag on God night. Okay, you could tell people, you could pick an attribute of God, say his goodness, and you could say, bring something that reminds you of something good. What is something really, really, really good? It could be, say, if you wanted desserts or something, bring a dessert that you think is good, or a dessert that you think is so creative. All right, and then you could talk about how God is that attribute. All right, you could go into the goodness of God and give people opportunity to let them share and brag on God and what they like about God, if they want to. Some people might not want to, but give them opportunity to share about that. All right, so I hope these were helpful, and let me know which ones you want to try.